In light of challenging times ahead, lots of people are feeling the financial strain and they're looking for ways to supplement their income. With this growing demand for extra earnings, this topic of earning additional income on the side has become increasingly popular. So stick around, because today I may have found the solution you've been looking for. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Airtasker, the platform that connects people who need to get things done with people who can get them done. As a one-liner, I am not being paid by Airtasker to promote the platform whatsoever. I just really liked the idea and wanted to make a video about it, which would make me do a little bit more research into it, how it works, and if it's something that could actually be a viable way to supplement my income. If you're new to Airtasker or you've heard a little bit about it, but you're not sure if it's the right fit for you, definitely sit back and relax, because I'm going to cover everything you need to know. Airtasker is an online platform that allows people who need to get things done to create job listings, and essentially allows other users on the platform to apply and bid to do that work for them. The main target focus of me repeating this is that it allows people who can actually provide specific services to the people who have these specific needs. It allows them to connect pretty easily. Tasks that get listed on the platform can be as simple as someone needing help with their grocery shop, which I've seen it be listed before on the actual website. Basically anyone could do, and it can be as complex as something potentially like building a website, which not everyone is going to be able to do that. Having personally used the website now for a couple of months, I think that the platform overall is relatively simple to use. It's very easy to sift through people who are applying to do jobs for you. I think that it's even better at allowing you to pick the candidate to do the work for you who's going to fit your needs perfectly. Getting started is relatively easy as well. You simply create an account on the platform and then you are good to go. You can start listing jobs to be done, and you can actually start applying to do jobs as well. If you are someone who's listing work that needs to be done, you can review your applicants' profiles to see what type of work they've done in the past, what their reviews are like, because there is a review system and people build rapport over time to improve their chances of gaining and obtaining tasks, as well as you can kind of see where they're sitting in terms of their overall rating, which allows you to quickly identify who's going to be the best fit for you. And then once you've actually chosen the tasker, that's what they're called, the person who's going to be doing the work for you, you can actually communicate one-on-one through the platform to create a paper trail of how you're going to do the work, what the scope's going to be, and basically when the deadline has to occur. As a one-liner or a key takeaway, I want to throw this in right now. As someone who's time poor, creating job listings on this website will make it much easier. It will be a time-saving exercise because you will basically get an influx of people capable of doing the work, and you will have everything you need to quickly choose someone, create a paper trail, and get them through to that finish line where you will eventually pay them for their services. After spending some time on the website and applying for work, it's crazy how fast people are applying for these jobs. There are a lot of people who can provide the services that come up every single day through the common jobs that are listed all the time. One thing that I don't really love about the platform, but it's part of the system, I suppose, is that it's technically a race to the bottom. When people list a job, the people who are bidding on that job can kind of undercut the next person above. They can say, I'll do this job for less and make it even cheaper. And it's something that I don't love, because you can just basically go with the cheapest option. You know, necessarily going to get the best service for your money, but the point is that for people who need to get stuff done, it can also be extremely cost effective. Like I mentioned just before, I believe the platform is centered around peace of mind, and this is a really good thing because they have a really robust review system in place where you can see people's previous work, you can see their profiles to see what services they usually provide, and their rating system is a quick way to sift through who's going to be best for your work. As one example in particular, I noticed a person who had a profile that was centered around writing resumes. There was plenty of job listings saying, please help me write my cover letter, please help me update my resume, please help me write a resume from scratch. And I noticed this one person in particular basically got assigned every single job. Most likely they had a copy paste where they went, hey, I can do this. Look, I've done 3,000 of these on Airtasker and I'm really quick and efficient and I basically do it as a day job. You're not going to pick anyone else. I'm perfect for the job. And they probably would have done it much better than I would have. They probably have a lot more experience writing resumes and having even some feedback from people who they've done work for, which gives them a little bit more leeway to say, yeah, I'm probably best for this job. I just found it really interesting how specializations have now made their way into the website, which is really kind of cool, but also really kind of shitty for people who want to help and earn a bit of cash doing those types of tasks. Now, if you actually are successful in getting taken on to do a task, there will be a fee that the platform takes once you actually go about doing that work and payment is made. Airtasker employs a system known as Tasker tiers, where the more work you undertake, the higher your rank becomes, leading to a reduction in taker fees in the long run. In my opinion, to boost your chances of securing work as a beginner, you should probably tailor your profile in a way that definitely aligns to the type of work that you want to get. This technically should give your potential clients confidence in your skill set, which should help you land and actually be assigned tasks by people that you're applying to do the work for. So with the basics out of the way, let's have a look at how my first few weeks using the platform went, and let's see if it was actually worth my time and effort. I created an account and ended up applying for a bunch of tasks that I thought would definitely be up my alley and something that I can definitely take on. And across those few weeks that I had been applying for jobs to do, I made a whopping $30, and I'll explain why I only made $30 in just a moment. It's actually a really interesting story. To advertise my services, I utilized ChatGPT, which I thought was really clever to refine my skill set, to refine my offers. And I thought that I was being really clever. I was looking for jobs and hunting for jobs where I could guide the clients through their problems without actually having to do anything manually, physically, or even technically building them anything. That was the goal, was to take on work that was almost coaching in a way. And that's basically because I'm relatively time poor as it is, so I didn't want to overreach and take on something that I couldn't actually provide or do to a person who really needed that service completed. A few LinkedIn profile updates, resume renewals, interview preparations, and Excel tutorials later, and I was being accepted left, right, and center for the services that I was offering. Just kidding. As I mentioned, lots of people have really well-polished profiles out there and they know what they're doing in terms of finding ways to secure work. The competition, to say the least, is incredibly fierce. To be completely honest, in my opinion, the work that people were outlining wasn't all that difficult. The most challenging aspect was creating concise proposals of how I would be the right person for that job. And to be completely honest, it was incredibly time consuming to get it as perfect as you could, to then only be either undercut by someone who would do it cheaper or to just not be accepted, because even though the words might have been right, my profile wasn't at a level that they were willing to accept when there was someone who was much more decorated, had more experience and proof of their ability to do that work as part of their offer. And this is where I take it back to that very interesting story that I was alluding to just before about the $30 I did earn on the platform. I actually did land a task where I had to build a financial tracking spreadsheet for the person who had basically set up the job and accepted me for it, which was really a great feeling. I met up with them in a Zoom call and made sure to provide them with as much information as I possibly could about how to use the finance tracking spreadsheet, which I kind of used my template and tweaked it a bit for their needs. If you're interested in obtaining a copy of your own and understanding what that is, I'll leave a link down in the description below to where you can pick up a copy for free. And I'll leave a link to the video that will actually take you through it step by step if you think that's something that might fit your own personal needs. But back to this story, it was really quite cool because I basically started saying, okay, cool, you're really interested in this, you're definitely catching on, and I think that there's some improvements that can be made in your overall system situation. And what happened was I basically said, look, this is a coaching opportunity for me, and I think that you might get some value out of it. So instead of you paying me ongoing, I'm going to offer this service to you for free. And we're going to see how good of a situation we can get you in. As long as you do the work, I will coach you through it. And since then, we've done multiple catch-ups, and it's going to continue into the future, which feels incredibly satisfying that my knowledge on topics that they don't have the same knowledge on can help them better their own financial situation, better their own living situation in general, and bring their stress levels much further down than where they were when we first began. As a result of making this video to use a platform to earn additional income, I got to use my expertise to actually help someone in the real world, and they went, holy crap, this is really helpful. I'm getting a lot from this. And for me personally, that is what this channel was created to do. I think it's a really cool story coming out of it, and hopefully I'm able to make a follow-up video in the future detailing the intricacies of where this person started to where they hopefully will be a couple years from now. It's a little bit of a project for me, but for them, hopefully it will be something that is life-changing in a very positive way. The overall goal for that and the outcome of those coaching sessions is for them to achieve financial stability, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore in this video. It's just a highlight for me coming out of making this video and everything that went into it. But that in simple terms is basically everything you need to know about Airtasker, and overall it's something that is easy to use and it's relatively cost effective. If you need to get a task done that's out of the scope of your expertise, this website should be able to provide someone who will be able to provide you with that service. Additionally, if you're looking to make extra income on the side or just extra income in general, it may be able to connect you with people who are going to be money making prospects for you. And that, in a nutshell, is pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. So hopefully I talked about some topics that made you think a little bit, potentially opened your eyes to something that would be a good fit for you. And if it was, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below. I definitely do really appreciate the support. So thank you if you did take the time out of your day to quickly do that. With that being said, I don't have anything else to talk about. So have a good day, have a good week. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.